my friend on Facebook, and I hope you'll friend me if you're not. You know that I recently returned from my winter sojourn. As I shared a few months ago, I'm blessed to be able to work from anywhere with an internet connection. This allows me to get out of New York winters and head to warmer climes. This year, my bride and I headed to Arizona to be with her 94-year young mother and members of my family. From Arizona, we visited relatives while traveling up the California coast and then turned eastward for home. We were on the road from mid-January to the end of March, covered 9,500 miles through 16 states, and met with several clients along the way. While our butts were tired, there's really nothing like seeing our beautiful country from the road. We left New York in January just as gas prices were starting to heat up. On our trip, which required the purchase of about 25 tanks of gas, we experienced prices from about $2.89 a gallon to $6.89. Along the way, trips to the grocery store cost more, as did any adventures in which we invested. And we know that you're feeling the pinch on the business side as well. Our data shows that in 2021, collections per payroll dollar declined by 6%. Not only are you now having trouble finding staff, but you're dedicating a larger portion of your revenue to wages. Inflation is real. It's clear that virtually every product and service is feeling the impact of increasing costs. While our government has reported that inflation in 2021 was 7%, the highest in 4 decades, my opinion and my real-world experience indicates that real inflation is much higher. Anyone that goes to the grocery store, buys a house or car, fills their tank with gas, or purchases a myriad of other products and services knows that inflation is higher than that which is being reported. So how does inflation impact your practice? In most enterprises, inflation is something that one deals with in one of 2 ways. First is reducing costs. Can you buy a reasonable facsimile of the product or service you need elsewhere for less? With today's backed up supply chain and challenging labor market, the odds of you effectively reducing your costs are pretty slim. Other strategies, like reducing the size of packaging while maintaining your existing price, is an alternative for packaged good companies, but that strategy is difficult for the eyecare market. After all, there's no cost differential for using a smaller frame. The typical response of businesses to inflation is to get on the bandwagon and raise prices yourself. And certainly we recommend conducting a medical service pricing survey, such as that provided by the Corcoran Group at www.corcoranccg.com. Understanding what you should be charging for your medical services is critical to your success. But for those of you with significant vision plan business, you have a real challenge on your hands. Vision plan reimbursements haven't gone up in decades. During the same period, your costs have risen dramatically. And now, with inflation raging, you're going to feel the pinch because you can't pass on your higher costs to your patients. Or can you? If there was ever a time to begin dropping vision plans and moving to out-of-network service delivery, now is the time. Many of our clients have seen the light and have done so. While their revenue often declines, without exception, profits have increased. Yes, reducing your revenue can be scary, but in a period where securing the correct staffing levels is challenging, to do otherwise can be a double-edged sword. Your profits are being squeezed by inflation, and your service levels are decreasing because you can't recruit enough of the right people. So if you've not explored the means and methodologies of reducing your reliance on vision plan, now is the time to do so. And adding ancillary non-covered products and services will also make a huge difference in your bottom line performance. I'm often asked, what's your most important professional responsibility? In simple terms, it's to make a profit. Without profits, you cannot invest in technology, people, and training. As a result, by default, your level of care will deteriorate and you won't be able to keep up with standards. Many older practitioners who have failed to invest in their practices are experiencing that issue now. Inflation is real, but its impact is often mitigated through pricing elasticity. Your grocer has it, your lawyer has it, Costco has it. But your reliance on vision plans and the resulting discounting is setting you up for a profitability squeeze, and thus a threat to your very existence. Need some ideas on how to exit vision plans profitably? Contact us today.